how's married life treating you guys?
Oh my God, it is so much fun. You know, marrying your best mate is just, it's the best. It's the best.
Yeah, we always say you should marry your best friend.
It's true. It's the best advice, yeah. We feel like we're on like a play date forever.
Nicola's father is Nelson Peltz. You can even see Brooklyn in a picture here in the Google search. And Nicola and Elon Musk. He's worth $1.6 billion.
Nicola Peltz is reportedly getting $1 million a month from her dad, Nelson Peltz, which sounds like a ton of money, but remember, her dad is a billionaire. So how much does $1 million a month even mean to him? And how did he get so rich that even the Beckhams look budget in comparison?
For years, the Beckham family looked like they were living inside a fairy tale. Perfect smiles for the cameras, glamorous red carpet appearances, luxury vacations, and a reputation that screamed untouchable. From the outside, they seemed like the ultimate modern royal family. But lately, that flawless picture has started to crack, and the truth behind the sparkle is spilling into the spotlight. Right at the center of this storm stands Brooklyn Beckham, his wife Nicola Peltz, and her billionaire father Nelson Peltz, a man insiders say never truly saw Brooklyn as worthy of his daughter. What once lived as quiet tension, subtle awkward moments, and polite smiles behind closed doors has now erupted into a full-scale family fallout. And it's only getting messier. We're talking about legal warnings, emotionally charged public statements, and a silence between family members that feels colder than ice. The damage might already be too deep. Trust appears broken, feelings are bruised, and no one is pretending everything is okay anymore. The question buzzing around Hollywood is simple but explosive. Has Brooklyn finally stepped into his own independence, or has he been pulled completely into the powerful Peltz universe? Because behind those glossy Instagram photos and heartfelt captions about love, there's a quiet tug-of-war over loyalty and influence. And the biggest shock came when Brooklyn decided to go public. In a long, emotional social media post, he openly criticized his parents. He accused David and Victoria Beckham of caring more about their public image than their private relationships. He claimed they twisted stories and repeatedly disrespected his wife, Nicola. It wasn't just venting. It sounded like a public stand, a final one. Brooklyn didn't soften his words. He didn't leave room for interpretation. He made it clear he was standing by Nicola, and reconciliation didn't seem to be on his mind. What stunned people most wasn't only what he said, it was how final it sounded. No hints of healing, no "we're working on it." Just a sharp emotional cut that left fans stunned. But insiders say that post didn't come out of nowhere. Behind the scenes, something serious had already unfolded. Sources claim David and Victoria had sent Brooklyn a deeply personal letter, not through social media, not through friends, and not leaked, but privately, directly to their son. By then, communication between them had reportedly broken down completely. Then came the twist. Brooklyn allegedly sent a cease and desist request, asking his parents to stop discussing him publicly and to communicate only through lawyers. That move changed everything. This was no longer just emotional. It had entered legal territory. The Beckham family was reportedly shaken, but what hit hardest wasn't the legal tone. It was the suspicion that Brooklyn might not be acting alone. Some close to the family believed Nicola and her powerful family, especially Nelson Peltz, might be influencing the situation. David and Victoria's letter back, insiders say, wasn't angry. It was emotional and full of concern. No threats, no conditions, just parents wanting to know their son was okay. But instead of easing the tension, things escalated. Days later, Brooklyn posted again, firmly stating he was speaking for himself. He denied Nicola was controlling anything and claimed he was finally standing up for his own life. The drama officially hit a new level. Then came the wedding story, the moment many believe changed everything. Brooklyn revealed that during what was meant to be his romantic first dance with Nicola, his mother stepped in and took over the moment. He said he felt humiliated in front of guests. According to him, Nicola left the room in tears. That single moment reportedly triggered deeper resentment. Witnesses say the mood in the room shifted instantly. A night meant to unite two families ended up exposing a divide. It wasn't about music or timing. It was about emotions, boundaries, and pride. For Nicola, that night may have been the breaking point. After the wedding, insiders say Brooklyn faced a choice: keep peace with his parents or fully stand by his wife. He chose Nicola, without hesitation. Since then, the distance has grown. Invitations declined. Family gatherings missed. Communication nearly gone. Sources claim Nicola has firmly avoided being around David and Victoria altogether. And just like that, the golden Beckham family image started to fade.
What is my biggest fear?
Well, I know a funny one. He hates square plates and big
Oh my gosh. I'm scared of them, but they more like just piss me off. There's one animal that I just don't like.
Oh, I don't know that. Snakes?
I love snakes.
I don't know an animal you like.
Don't?
What was this? Was this a hint?
It's that big.
A rat?
I don't mind that.
A hamster?
No, I'm not scared of a hamster.
An armadillo? Can you
A what?
No.
It's an armadillo.
No, you went like this. They're kind of big, right?
I hate cockroaches.
Oh, what? The cockroach is not this big.
Some are.
This big.
Yes.
Whether Nicola's actions are seen as self-protection or quiet power depends on who you ask. But one thing is undeniable: the outcome is dramatic. Brooklyn Beckham, once the poster child of a world-famous family, now appears almost completely separated from the people who raised him. Meanwhile, Nicola continues to shine publicly, and watching from the background is the most powerful figure of all, her father, Nelson Peltz. A billionaire investor known for strategy and control, Nelson operates in a world where influence matters more than image. And according to several reports, he was never particularly impressed by Brooklyn's career path: photography, cooking, brand projects, lifestyle ventures. Insiders say Nelson viewed these moves as scattered and lacking long-term direction. He never mocked Brooklyn publicly, just held a quiet skepticism that spoke volumes. And when someone with that level of wealth and power has doubts, it carries weight, especially when you've married into their circle. Then there's the prenuptial agreement. Before the wedding, a strict prenup was signed. Reports say it clearly stated that if the marriage ended, Brooklyn would have no claim to the Peltz fortune. He'd walk away only with what he and Nicola built together. That clause raised more than financial questions. It raised questions about power balance. Some see it as protection, others see it as control. If the marriage ever collapsed, Brooklyn could find himself without his wife and without the safety net of his parents. Insiders say that possibility deeply worries David and Victoria. Still, people close to the Beckhams insist their love hasn't changed. They say their door is always open. No conditions, no demands, just love. Brooklyn, however, says he has no regrets. He believes he spoke his truth. Meanwhile, his siblings continue growing their careers and staying close to their parents, keeping the Beckham brand strong. Then came an unexpected voice: Brooklyn's former youth football coach from Queens Park Rangers. He shared sympathy but didn't take sides. Instead, he described Brooklyn's childhood as glamorous but pressured. Security around him from age 14, constant protection, limited freedom, fame bringing expectation, not peace. His words revealed cracks behind the polished image and suggested Brooklyn's struggles didn't start recently. And here's a key point many overlook: Nicola didn't leave her world for Brooklyn. Brooklyn entered hers. She stayed rooted in her powerful family and financial independence. Brooklyn, on the other hand, drifted from the structure he once had and built his emotional world around the Peltz household. That shift changed the balance of influence in his life. This isn't about blame. It's about how isolation can reshape decisions. When one family becomes your main anchor, their influence naturally grows. Through it all, Nelson Peltz remains publicly silent, but people in his world say silence is often strategic.
How do you feel about expanding the family?
I've always wanted to be a young dad. It's like been my dream. I could have like 10, but her body, whatever, it's her decision.
What do you make of that number?
That is really sweet. I have 7 siblings. So I think he loves being with my family. He has like built-in boy best friends now. So I think he really loves that. But yeah, we really do want a big family. We want to have some of our own kids, and then we really want to adopt kids too. So
in elite social circles, perception can matter more than truth. And insiders say Nelson Peltz's concerns have only grown as Brooklyn's rift with his parents continues. Walking away from your own family and high society environments doesn't always look like independence. Sometimes it raises questions about stability and judgment. Then there's Brooklyn's career journey. He's explored multiple paths, shifting focus every few months. To some, it looks like creativity. To others, it looks uncertain. Compared to David Beckham's disciplined rise, Brooklyn's path appears experimental. And for a family that values structure, unpredictability can be uncomfortable. People close to David and Victoria say Brooklyn's change was gradual. Decisions once made alone began involving others. Conversations sounded filtered. Lawyers entered private matters. They say he once spoke warmly about his upbringing. Then his tone changed. Brooklyn denies this completely, but observers noticed the timing. His closeness to Nicola grew as his connection to his parents parents faded. Interestingly, his siblings remain close to their parents. That difference fuels speculation that this may be personal rather than a full family issue. Celebrity feuds often end in reconciliation, but this situation feels different because it involves two powerful families with very different values. This isn't just about one argument or a wedding moment. It's about influence, loyalty, and long-term consequences. The big question remains, what happens if Brooklyn ever wants to return? Leaving can feel empowering. Coming back requires humility and forgiveness on all sides. David and Victoria reportedly remain open to peace, but not everyone in this web may feel the same. Right now, it looks like two separate worlds, one united, one standing apart. Brooklyn says he stands by his decision. His parents say they'll wait as long as it takes. Nicola remains a steady presence beside him. One truth is clear, Brooklyn Beckham's life has permanently changed. This saga isn't just about fame. It's about family, power, loyalty, and what happens when love meets legacy. And the story may not be over yet. For more powerful celebrity stories and behind-the-scenes drama, subscribe to Victoria Reports, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned because the next big story could drop anytime.